That being said, we need to provide mass transit to these areas, knowing that our younger generation places value on the convenience of cheap, easy commutes. The next action item involves increasing mixed uses in downtown areas, then forming a plan to cohesively market this. Knowledge workers choose to live in areas with vibrant downtowns. Walkability is important. People want to be able to pick up their dry cleaning, grab a cup of coffee, buy groceries, and then head out to dinner, all without ever getting into a vehicle. In our downtown planning, if we focus on this, we will continue to make our communities more attractive to potential and current residents. And finally, in our focus on placemaking, we must strive to create a welcoming, culturally diverse environment. In the past, the perception of Livingston County has been that we are not welcoming to minorities. This perception is gradually changing thanks to the hard work and efforts of many. We need to continue to keep this in the forefront of our minds as we plan for the future. Now, by focusing on placemaking, recreations, the arts, a wireless community, mass transit, mixed-use downtowns, and becoming more culturally diverse, we can become a community everyone wants to live in. We already have some pretty great things going on, and I look forward to sharing it with the world. And now I would like to introduce Pete Lindhout, CEO of Lindhout Associates Architects. Lindhout Associates provides architectural, planning, and interior design services for many municipalities, organizations, individuals, and companies throughout southeastern Michigan. As quoted by Pete, "I love living and working in Livingston County."
Thank you, Jessica. We're almost done, I promise. Before I started with my part of the program, which is jobs and prosperity, I wanted to do a couple of things. First, I wanted to point out something from my past that may be of interest. As you all came in this morning, your normal parking spot was probably messed up. You may have noticed the activity on the east side of the front parking lot. This is called a construction site. We used to see them in the county all the time. I used to be on one almost every day. It was great. Those good old days. Construction sites employ contractors and suppliers, not to mention architects, and I miss them. Secondly, I wanted to apologize for any offensive comments I might make. I was asked to be honest and straightforward this morning, and my wife tells me I'm offensive when I do that. My intent is to offend everyone equally, and if I missed you, please let me know afterwards and I'll think of something. Okay, on to my part of the program, jobs and prosperity. Like pickles and ice cream, you just can't have one without the other. Seriously, it goes without saying, a healthy job market is critical to our success in the county. Advantage Livingston identified several somewhat obvious factors that impact jobs and prosperity in the county. And I want to just highlight a few of those. I won't read the book that's in front of you, I promise. A dependable business development effort to assist existing businesses and maintain existing jobs and attract new businesses and jobs to the community is critical. You've heard a lot about entrepreneurs already, and entrepreneurs must continue to lead the United States out of this recession that we're in. This means it's critical to our future that we nurture an entrepreneurial culture, support small business entry and expansion efforts. The days of having a one business town are gone. We need to encourage small businesses, the best strategy for us in the future. Bad statistic, currently 60% of the residents who work in Livingston County travel outside of the county for employment. We see every trip that's going down 96 and 23 as an opportunity wasted. With fuel prices rising, the young talent that Jessica just described wishing to locate near work, attracting high quality employment in Livingston County is a no-brainer. We simply must do it to continue our high quality of life. If you look at the assets that Frank talked about, the placemaking that Jessica talked about, and the vision that Glynis described, there's no reason why anyone has to get in a car and commute to Troy or Hamtramck or anywhere else in the area. We have a great opportunity to keep people, talented people here living and working in the county. Advantage Livingston identified some strategies, and the steering committee listed those out in your report. Their strategies to increase jobs and prosperity, and to highlight them. First, expand the visibility of the Economic Development Council. Right now, the EDC suffers from inconsistent support, territorial wars, and competitive tendencies. We must redirect our efforts with more cooperation and collaboration by each and every municipality, business, and supporting agency in the county. The EDC can help lead us to great things in our county. Second item was expanding the entrepreneurial support and coordinate activities to avoid duplication. We talked a lot about that already, but since the entrepreneurs are our ticket to more jobs, we must make Livingston County an attractive place for them to establish and expand their businesses. We need to be attractive to any potential job provider, cooperate and assist in their business development. You heard some hints on collaborating and consolidation in one-stop shops. That was another item leading to higher level of jobs and prosperity, creating one-stop shops in all local governments. I almost read this as creating one local government, but I knew that Ann would throw something at me. So but we need to start to take down obstacles that impede people from getting up and running a reasonable business in a short time. We know that Livingston County can be a place that's got a reputation as being truly supportive of business if we can create these one-stop shops. I've heard rumors that certain municipalities will roll out the red carpet, bend all of the rules for the large international corporations that want to build in this area. We need to do this for all employers, not just the big dogs. Obstacles include an overwhelming approval process, a multitude of codes, regulations, and policies. The shelves in our office for code books and ordinances are near collapse right now because of all of the different rules and regulations that we must work under. There are 9 different zoning ordinances in effect for Grand River as it crosses the county. This needs to become more business friendly, more streamlined, and simpler for our customers to want to build and work in Livingston County. Another item was creating arts and creative class incubator and shared office spaces. Arts and creative class is a hot topic right now, but I've discovered that a creative class office could also be helpful to a CPA or an architect, so it doesn't necessarily have to be any whiz-bang new career choice. We need to encourage providing attractive low-cost places for incubator and shared office workspace areas that offer a healthy advantage of ideas and resources that grow and multiply. We need developers to take the risk in providing these spaces. We need the municipalities to approve them. There's an obvious connection with placemaking. Awesome places to live and work will promote jobs and prosperity. We also need to create and facilitate a micro-lending fund. The days of grants and tax breaks are diminishing. I think Bill made that pretty clear earlier today. We need to provide low-cost loans to small business and entrepreneurs to increase employment and growth in our community. This isn't necessarily talking to the banks. I'm really talking to the federal bank regulators that are telling them, don't lend to anybody now, it's dangerous. We need a system that will support small business, give them the money to start that business, get that money back, and turn around and hand it to the next small business that wants to come into this county, start the business, employ people, and make this county a better place to live. Okay, that's it from me, I promise. Now, I'd like to introduce Barb Barton to talk about marketing.